Okay. I'm gonna have to like look at my own or two. 'Cause I can't see half this shit. But right away, let's just. I'm probably not gonna go in order, but just Earthbound. Just go ahead and throw that in S tier right away.
Yeah, I actually didn't play Earthbound last year.
I was gonna say I'm kind of surprised because like I mean that's like the big game for the two of us.
Right.
That's just my all-time favorite game. So just right away, that's S tier. I'm not going to go into why. I just love that game.
Yeah, same here. I did play it in 2019 though. I just didn't play it last year though.
And then Bravely Second, because that's what I'm playing right now. I'm actually not done with it, but I've put in already like over 60 hours for that game. God, it's a tough one, but I'd have to go with probably A tier for that. The story is pretty fucking stupid, but it's got a job system, and I absolutely love that. So that it kind of gets a lot of points just for that. Combat is pretty interesting, and I just hit a point where you actually have to play New Game Plus as part of the story. So it's kind of like they play around with some of like the features in the story, and it's kind of cool. And then, all right, where should we go next? You know what? I'll go to the Donkey Kong games too. So that I would put in A tier. I have a lot of nostalgia for the first one, so I actually really like that one. The Donkey Kong Country 2 would probably also be A tier. While I do think it is better, but I wouldn't quite put that S tier. Like, I think of the three, it's my favorite. Donkey Kong Country 3, though, would be going into... I'd honestly have to put it in C. Like,
oh, wow.
The thing is, like, okay, I like it, and its music is really good and everything, but just, it overall feels so much cheaper than the other games to me. There's something about the art direction that just does not do it for me.
Well, also, you didn't actually play it when you were a kid either, so you don't really have nostalgia for it.
Yeah, I have nostalgia for the first two, mainly the first one, then the second one a little less, but yeah.
I think when I played it way back, I guess I probably wouldn't disagree with C tier, because I think my biggest problem was it just felt like there was too much shit. Just like all
if you want to get like the true ending, there's like all shit you have to do, and
if you think about it, Donkey Kong Country 2 is the same way. You have to get all the what is it, the Creme coins, and you have to do all the Lost World levels. Like Donkey Kong Country 3 is the same type of thing.
It still feels satisfying to beat 2 even without doing that, where it almost makes you feel like you just missed way too much.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that, but I still personally think it's better than the first game, but yeah.
All right. So next I'll just go to I'll do Super Mario 35. I've been having tons of fun with this game. Honestly though, I'd put this A tier, really. Just with how interesting it is. I like it much better than like Tetris 99, and that's not just because I've gotten way more firsts in this game than Tetris, but I haven't gotten any firsts in Tetris 99 because I suck at Tetris. But I don't know, there's something about like taking the like just classic Mario and making it this like battle royale style thing. And the only thing that keeps it from being S tier is that it's just the original Mario Bros. There's not much more to it then, but you don't know true fear until you've seen the sun blotted out by fucking Lakitus everywhere. Mm-hmm. All right, and then let's go to Animal Crossing. So this one's kind of... If this is like the first month it came out, I would have easily put this A tier. But after it being out for most of the year, probably put it more in like B. Yeah, I'd go with B for that, because like it's definitely a vast improvement to the other animals, but like it's just after a while it gets boring and you're like, okay, this is just like any other one. But I mean, there's a little bit more to do. But yes, Glorified Dollhouse feels like a chore after a while. All right, and then let's grab Mario 3. So just jumping around. We'll just put that right up in S tier too, because that's my favorite. Yeah, it's just classic. Me and Nick played all the time. And then Let's do Bloodstained. That one's a tough one, but I'd probably put that in. I'd put that in A. It's like very like I played Symphony of Night like pretty close to right before I'd played that, and while it improves a lot of like the problems that Symphony of Night had, it just still like I don't care too much about the world. Like it's fun, but it didn't do much to make me care about the characters or the world. And then Symphony of the Night. Now this is I played the PS4 collection one of this, and because of that, it is not getting as high rank as I would have given it because they changed the voice acting and they took out the "What is a man" line and all that, so it gets into the B tier because of that. And yeah, and then right after that, I have Rondo of Blood, which was also part of the same collection. That I would put I'd put that in A as well. It's a solid Castlevania game. I can't say special though. It's just the one with Richter, I guess. And what else do we got here? We'll just keep going for the start here. We'll go with God of War. I thought that one was pretty solid. I'd put that in A. I had some fun with that one. I mean, I still like. It's hard to compare it to the old ones because it's just such a different game, but I think it felt like a natural progression for it. So I thought it was pretty good. And the kid was far less annoying than I thought he was going to be.
Right?
Yeah,
the character I think was still fucking terrible, but like mechanically he was fine.
Well, no, I mean, even just as a character, I thought he wasn't really as bad as I expected. Like, he's not perfect. He's definitely not perfect. But I think it worked. And then we'll just go into Valkyria Chronicles 4. That one, I'm gonna have to put that in B. While I thoroughly enjoyed it, it definitely became kind of a drag towards the end when the mission started to really kick my ass. Like, they were just getting like really cheap with some of this shit. And there's a few that I just was like throwing my hands up, not sure what the fuck I needed to do. But it's a fun strategy game, I guess. I don't know. And then Vermintide. That, honestly, I'd put Vermintide in C. Like, it was fun. I'm not really huge on the Warhammer very much, and while we played it, yeah, it was fun, but I just don't see myself going back to it ever.
Right. As far as Warhammer is concerned, I was kind of just entertaining Bozeman on that front. But...
yeah, it was a game that like I could play with with friends. And that's really all it was to me. I wasn't really that.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you.
Yeah. And then
wait, what did I rank? Did I give it a B? I already forgot.
I think you gave it a higher rank than I did.
You gave it a B.
Yeah, I gave it a B. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know. I just 4-player co-op games. Just.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely, but I feel like there's better ones like Divinity 2, whatever the fuck the full title is. I always forget.
Original Sin 2, which I actually didn't put on my list, but.
Well, we're not done with this one, but we've put enough hours into it that
I guess I could have, but
I have an assessment of it. That one I would put in like it's good, but I put it in B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it.
It's fun. I like that it does feel like a D&D campaign, and like there's a lot more than just combat. Like there's plenty to do with like doing like
there's plenty of role playing stuff too.
Yeah, like that's what's made it fun. It definitely has like a lot of work, and like again, I tried playing it by myself and I was just bored to fuck. It's way more fun with friends.
Yeah.
And then Astral Chain. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that one in S tier because I thoroughly enjoyed that game.
Nice.
Like the only thing like this isn't enough to really drop it a tier, but it didn't like the world was really interesting, but it didn't make me really care too much about the characters. Like they felt a little generic, but the combat and the look and just the world was enough to just make me really like that one.
Yeah, that's why I describe it as like playing an anime. It's just
Yeah,
great.
it was good, and like you said, like you think it would be a little hard, and yeah, it takes a bit of time to kind of wrap your head around how exactly the combat works, but once you get into it, it's pretty damn fun.
Yeah,
And I've kind of been meaning to go back and do some of the extra missions.
I wish they did a bit more with Kyle.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wish they made me about the characters all over.
Yeah. Fun fact: I actually bought that game from the Nintendo store in New York because I was like, "Oh yeah, I should finally play this." Bye.
All right, and Among Us. That I'm gonna put that in B. It's kind of a mixed bag for me. Like, it's whenever I watch people play it, I'm like, oh my god, this. I play it and I suck, and it's just like, not that I don't have a good time, but like the time I kept being the imposter, and I'm just like, I can't keep doing this. It's just I'm not smart enough for this game, or like the time where someone just like clearly caught me, and like instead of just refuting, like I just had like this roulette wheel in my head spinning on like what I have to say, and all I got was what, and yeah, it just I'm not good at lying. It's very clear that I'm not good at lying.
Yeah,
And then-
I'm not really either, but I still somehow managed to win as the imposter last time.
I've had my victories, but those are usually ones where people just started to before I had to say anything, so I just worked that. And then there was the time where
I'll give you a row. We'll call it. Oh, damn it! That's not what I wanted. We'll call it. Let them fight. There you go.
It works for me. Though I feel like putting that above all the other ones kind of messes that up. There we go. That's no better. Though that makes the other game seem even worse too.
Fixed colors here.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's fine.
Oh god.
Fine.
Make it a nice blue.
There we go.
Nice light blue. Okay, so then we'll just move on to Doom 2016. I also played this for the first time this year. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'd put that in A. There's not much to say about it. I just like I've never been huge into the Doom series, and it came out and it looked really cool. And I just haven't played like a shooter in a long time. So
Yeah,
it
that's
was
exactly why I played it.
yeah, no, it's the same thing because I was playing a lot of slow games at the time, and I had got it a while ago, and it was kind of meant to be on the back burner for when I ran out of other shit to do, anyways. And then Fall Guys. I feel like I haven't played too much of this one, but I played it. This one, I honestly probably just put this with Among Us as well. Like, I see the fun there, but like, it feels like you're in so little control. Like, I get the amusement of it being like this battle royale, like MXC, like elimination kind of shit, and it's like okay, but it gets boring really fucking fast. And then what's the next one? Oh, Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's S tier. I was really surprised how much I love this game. From like the music to just the characterization and just how the action worked. I don't know. I really love this. And Rogue Leader. Randomly, I've been looking for this game and I just finally found it again for super cheap. I love this game, but my god, is it hard? I'd have to put this in B, unfortunately. Like it's good, but it's so stupid hard. What's Wonderful 101 S tier. Like just without even question, the ending alone gets it an S tier rank. And I'm sure I've gushed about that one before, so I don't really feel like I need to say anything there. Breath of the Wild. I replayed this again this year. I'd put this in A. This would go in A. Like, I got this is the first time I played the DLC, and the DLC was neat. It was kind of annoying with some of it because like there was I forget which one it's called, but it's like where you get a bunch of missions basically, but they're all like at the end, and they give you a bunch of power ups you don't fucking need because you already you can't do it until you finish all the different sacred beasts or whatever. So then when you get all these power-ups, you're like, well, I'm already at the end of the game, so this really doesn't help.
Oh, is that like with
But
the
the Master
motorcycle they give you and all that?
Yeah, although you get you get the motorcycle after you finish all of them, but each time you finish one, it makes it so that your little powers the cooldown is faster, or like you get them back faster basically, which is nice. But when you're that far, it doesn't really matter anymore. And the motorcycle's cool. I mean, I liked it because like basically I got the motorcycle and just immediately just drove it like straight into the castle and just went "fuck you, Ganon," and just annihilated him. There's just something badass about it where I just like I have a motorcycle now and I kick down the gates.
Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard is Link, don't hit me no more.
Yes, that thing. And then there's the Master Trials, which were interesting because it was like it's like the Pit of Trials kind of things from like Wind Waker had it, where you're just kind of fighting guys, but you're like stripped of all your shit for this one, and it powers with the Master Sword. It's cool. You can at least do that one. So, yeah, but I mean, overall, Breath of the Wild's, fun little game anyways.
Right now your tears look like a sideways middle finger.
That was totally my intention. I can't believe you found my clues, Nick. Yoshi's Island. This one, it's funny because originally I probably would have put this like S tier, but it's now I'd also probably put it like B tier. Because every time I go back to it, like, while I still love it visually and everything, I'm just like always forget how like aggravating it can be sometimes, and how linear it is and all that. But it's cute.
Yeah. Not that like I'm not saying it's necessarily bad for being linear, but it just kind of feels like a step backwards when Mario World was.
Well, it seems like the focus is definitely elsewhere.
Yeah,
but. It just, I don't know, there's something, like, it plays slower, and that's fine, but, I don't know, I don't have the patience that I did for...
Yeah, I hear you.
Because, like, also, like, just when we were replaying it recently, it was really... for some of the castles, when you, like, die, fucking thing over, because they're, like, labyrinths, it's not, like, as quick as Super Mario World.
Right.
And then, Wild Guns, put that in A tier, like... Definitely really fun, super fast game. I mean, it was funny the last time we were playing it because Nick pretty much could beat the game by himself after I died. So,
well, yeah, I was like, at first I was like, okay, let's just see how far I can get. And I ended up beating like 2 levels by myself, and I'm just like, okay, I better just die on purpose.
Yeah,
I was gonna beat this on my own.
Yeah, watching you the whole time. And that's making a list.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
But make sure that you choose to be extra careful or you might cause an earthquake.
And Andy's quite literally giving us a big fuck you, too.
Yep.
Man, I don't know. The Breath of the Wild DLC, I was not a fan.
Could have been better. I wasn't, not a fan.
I didn't even play it, so I'm not familiar with it.
I didn't finish it because
I played the game, but not DLC.
I didn't finish it because like it's just like, oh cool, they put out the DLC for it. Oh, this is like just more of the same. Like, here, have some more trials to do.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I wasn't like that interested at first either. I'm like, okay, there's already enough of these in the main game, but
well, that's why I was okay with it because it had been like forever since I played it. So I just kind of was like, okay. Because I was in the mood to replay the game already, DLC too, so it was enough for $20 for all of the stuff you get. I thought it was decently worth it.
Yeah. Any other comments, questions, concerns on Andy's list?
Honestly, it just makes me a little bit depressed that I didn't play Earthbound last year.
I just realized when you're, because I thought you were gonna like say the same thing for Earthbound. I'm like, oh god, he is.
No, I mean, like looking at your list and looking at Roger's list, because he had a couple of games that he plays annually, as he says, and like, God, I didn't actually, because there's a couple of games that I usually play annually too, but other than like the Donkey Kong Country games, but there's a couple like as far as single player games that I personally play every year. Like I didn't really play any of them last year because I was so busy playing other
Well,
stuff.
Earthbound is like, since I can cruise through that game in like a weekend or less, depending on
Yeah.
like I always make time once a year to play that game. And honestly, I mean, I didn't put like Mario Kart and Smash Bros on my list, but those would just go right into A tier 2. So you can just imagine those there. And
Right.
I'm sure there's a few other things. I probably played Civ at some point this year too, and every once in a while I just start up a game of FTL, but I didn't really put those on here either, just because I didn't get like they're just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
And bringing up FTL makes me wonder if I missed putting that on my list. I can't remember if I played that this year or not. Oh well.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.